taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's reading, we are looking into this month of April, but this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are seeing this is the right time for you. But we are looking into the improvements coming to your life this month, whichever month it is that you're viewing it. But at the time of me posting this, we have just moved into April 2023, and we are officially into Aries season, which is the very first season of the zodiacal new year. So I'm looking into what it is that your guides want you to know, what they have been trying to communicate to you, as well as improvements coming to your life, career, finances, health, relationships. We're looking into a lot of different things today. And in terms of this upcoming reading that is focused on you guys' energy for this new Pluto and Saturn ingress, I am going to be doing that reading based on your life path numbers. So thank you to you guys that commented in the previous video letting me know if you'd rather see an astrology or numerology based reading. And it seems like you guys are more interested in the numerological side of things. So that's what I'm going to be basing that reading in, and that one will be out after this reading. But anyways, let's just jump straight into the disclaimers and the meditation. I pray that you guys have been doing well. So obviously this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like and think that you are just doomed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation and not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your higher self and your spiritual team. Realize at the end of the day, your free will and what you do with it will determine your life's outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, again, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you personally, you have to be personally synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into it, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyant, so I like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you are ready, get into a relaxed position. Become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages as to the improvements coming to your life this month. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. On pile 1 is a aquamarine pendulum. On pile 2 is an opalite pendulum. On pile 3 is a copper pendulum. On pile 4 is a citrine pendulum. All right, pile one, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards. Then I'm going to be pulling additional oracle cards to check out some different messages for your very first month of this new year, since we are now in the season of Aries. So this card on the left will be showing me what you need to know for this month of April, and these two cards on the right will be showing me what is improving at the start of this new year. So what we have here, what do you need to know? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse for you, pile one. And then in terms of what is improving for you, we have the Four of Cups and then the Empress. So in terms of what do you need to know, this Five of Pentacles in reverse right here, pile one, watch out for anybody in a scarce mentality or mindset around you, because I feel like you guys' energy or your conscious mindset has been sort of like flipped around with this card. This Five of Pentacles reality, you do not see it for anymore at all. You probably never did, but you are so done and over the struggle. So try to be as mindful as you can. About anyone around you that is in whatever mindset or energy that you are trying to leave behind in this past year. Your guides also want you to surround yourself with totally new energy. And this doesn't have to be like people. It can if you're that social, but this is like feeding your mind with new ideologies and frequencies. So this could be like in the form of reading books or listening to podcasts, making sure that you feel inspired, and like this new reality for you where you have left this like struggle behind is just around the corner. Like this new reality is just around the corner, and this Five of Pentacles is like in the past. So your spiritual team, they really want you to stay in the energy of I'm leaving this Five of Pentacles behind. They want you to be stubbornly committed to that. For those of you that struggle with saving money, you've been wanting to save or spend less, so start a new savings account this month. Start a savings in some way. Promise yourself, or if you break commitments to yourself, then make a promise to Spirit or your ancestors, like, I will not touch this until I hit this mark. Your mindset is adjusting this month to a whole new program, which can be difficult because those subconscious routines are very strong and hardwired. So a lot of you guys have been taught in some ways to expect difficulty, whether it's financially or in relationships and love and career, with your health, whatever and wherever this Five of Pentacles in reverse is showing up. This is learning or teaching yourself to think differently. And so this is a job pretty much. And it's the most important job that you will ever take on, is learning how to adapt mentally. So commit to this. Your spiritual team, they want you to give your all to this new mindset as well. And it's okay to make mistakes. You know, you're human, but they are saying commit with this card here, and to keep as much distance as you can between yourself and anyone or anything who does not align with this new agenda of yours. Very important, because their energy could spoil this new sort of mindset that you're moving into, and you are on track to turning any Five of Pentacles situation around in your life. And Five of Pentacles, it shows up as scarcity when it's upright. And so in reverse, this is talking about trying to reverse, trying to undo any sort of lack or even lack mentality. This is trying to replenish certain resources, trying to save up, trying to stack your money back up, trying to get back to a place that you once were, or trying to break into like a new financial status. So that means that you need to shift your mindset entirely as well. And so for some of you, if this is dealing with finances, make sure that you are reading up on finances, listening to financial experts, learning as much as you can, and keeping yourself in that mindset of I am changing my financial reality. If this is dealing with your finances, even if it's dealing with your health or anything else, keep feeding yourself that idea of like, I am changing this about me, or this about this part of my life. Keep feeding yourself that sort of energy of I'm changing this, I'm shifting this, this is becoming something new. Okay. And then what is improving for you? We have the Four of Cups and the Empress over here. So what's improving for you is your options. So I think a lot of what had been offered to you before was totally beneath you guys in some way, and you couldn't accept a lot of things because of this Four of Cups right here, which tells me so many of you guys have been moving and acting in faith for a long time. To have certain cups approach you and for you to say, no, I'm good, like what's kind of going on here with the Four of Cups, she's not really paying much attention to any of them. And in the original Four of Cups, he actually has his arms crossed, in the RWS Four of Cups, I should say, he has his arms crossed, as it's like there's this Ace of Cups being presented to him. There's like this cup just appearing out of nowhere. So to have certain cups or opportunities, whatever they may be, approach you, and for you to say, no, I'm good. I'm going to just keep meditating where I'm at. I'm going to sit still and wait for what I know I deserve with this Empress card right here. That takes a lot of discipline. That also takes a lot of faith. So again, with this Five of Pentacles deficient ass energy, you are putting an end to any sort of shortage or anything insufficient. You have created or are in the process of creating these incredible boundaries with this Four of Cups, where you are not accepting potential in your life anymore, but you are becoming someone who is only available to things and people that have already proven themselves. They are already carrying their weight. So some of you in the past, you could see something or someone's potential, and that may have been enough for you to give something a chance. That's not happening for a lot of you anymore. Not just in April, but moving into this like new year. And that's what's improving for you consciously. So it's this idea of like, I'm not open to promise and capability. You are improving all around, and you are not living like in the future per se anymore. But this is a very present time for you with this Four of Pentacles here. You're so present. And the more that we live in the right now, the more aware we become. And awareness is everything. It's our power for a conscious being. It's what turns challenging situations in our life to like light work. Like it makes things that much easier when we're very present, because then it's like we're optimizing or using all of our powers and abilities. We become so much more efficient when we're completely aware. So another thing improving for you guys as well is your discernment with this Four of Cups, how they're sort of meditating on this card here. And then the Empress as a companion card. Your discernment is another thing that is that not everyone is going to be able to like sit with you. So that's another thing that's improving. There's a change here where for some of you in the past, you were eager to sit at someone else's table, and now you've got like your own, and you're not hosting everyone. 333, I'm also saying, so you may see quite a bit in April as well. Repeating threes. We also have Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and then 3, the Empress. I didn't even notice that. So we have 5, 4, 3 here. So this is talking about a countdown to something in April for you. I think it could be a countdown to something that you were attracting here with this Empress card, since she is the Empress. She's the ruler. She's the governess of attraction, chemistry, pulling things in with just her vibration alone, with just her mindset, just the energy that she pushes out. It draws other energies in that's outside of her. It's outside of her her domain. So there's even an improvement with the quality of things that you were attracting in April because of this Empress card being ruled by Venus. Venus is a planet of value, abundance, luxury, beauty. And she doesn't just rule these surface level things where it's like, it's just the nice shiny things that she rules. She also rules things like contracts, commitments, again, love. These are not shallow things. These are very deep experiences that we become very invested in, right? So with the Empress here, this is even talking about the quality of like the people that you attract, opportunities, energy, attention, conversation, information, whatever it is you've been calling in to help turn your life around with this Five of Pentacles in reverse over here. These will be high value manifestations happening for you in April, pile one. Also, there is an improvement in meditation and awareness, as we talked about with this Four of Cups here. So you'll be so much more present in April, but the way that you meditate or the realizations that you gain while meditating in April will improve, as well as your body too. So I don't know if you are changing or improving your diet this month, but there are some big changes or improvements with what you are consuming. Like I talked about with your Five of Pentacles in reverse, you're very conscious about what you are feeding yourself now, and that's where your spiritual team wants you. They want you to be careful about who you're around, especially if they are used to this Five of Pentacles mindset. I just see you guys doing a lot of self-work in April and staying away from people that attract struggle, they attract challenges, they attract blockages, because they're just always in that mindset. So they're always looking for the next challenge. They're always looking for the next blockage. And challenges aren't necessarily bad either. It's more so struggle. We actually just talked about this on Patreon, where I did a long ass Celtic cross about this new year. Something came through in that reading where I said, struggling is surviving, struggle is survival, and challenges are achievements happening in progress. So it's like some people, they attract struggle, they attract blockages, they attract this idea of like, I'm always just above surface. And so this is what your spiritual team really wants you to stay conscious and aware of. And they want you to stay away from that type of energy. And you guys are going to be more than consciously aware of like the energies that's around you, because it's not going to feel right to have those types of conversations happening around you, to have those types of people and mindsets around you. So like I said, I see you guys doing a lot of self-work in April and feeding yourself information and energy that has an impact on what you attract with this Empress here. So you may notice that you attract animals to you in April as well. Someone in this pile, you may come across like a lost animal in April, like a lost pet. You may decide to take them in if you cannot find the family that they belong to. It could be like a rescue animal. And if this does happen where somebody here comes across like a rescue animal, this is literally the soul of this other animal and your soul. We're like drawn to each other with this Empress card here and this four of cups. So you guys are like meant to be in each other's lives. So someone here may be improving the life of even an animal in April. Your quality of sleep will also improve with this 4 of cups and this Empress, which is why a lot of you guys are going to be glowing or radiating differently. You're going to be radiating different energy in the month of April, because it's like you're going to be well rested with this 4 of cups here in this Empress. And 5 of Pentacles in reverse, this is talking about like the loss, you being worried about, am I going to be able to replenish? Am I going to be able to get back to where I was? That you guys are going to lose that worry, that concern, that anxiety that this 5 of Pentacles in reverse sort of situation may have put on you in the past. You guys are going to be moving away from that. And that's something that your guides really wanted you to know. And this 4 of cups over here in the Empress is what is improving for you guys over the month of April. So let's start grabbing some oracle cards for you. I'm just going to pull some health cards. I'm going to pull a few different cards, but we're going to start off with some health cards. So we have alternative medicine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. This is that 4 of cups right here. Being very in tune with like even like your health care this month, or how you take care of your body. Like I mentioned, some of you guys, it's like your body is improving too, but that could just be like your guide's way of telling me that like your health is improving. Then we also have here stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. So some of you, stretching is going to, especially if you spend a lot of time like at work, like sort of like in the same position, standing or sitting like in the same position, something about kind of stretching out your body may really help improve you guys' health this month of April. Some finance and career cards for you, pile 1. What is improving with finances and career for you in April? Okay, we have here labor. It says a new job of some kind is coming your way or going back to work. This 5 of Pentacles in reverse sort of situation turning around. It says a career in construction, maintenance, or any kind of labor work could be for you. Your dependable and loyal nature will be rewarded soon. Keep at it. Yeah, you guys, keep at whatever it is that you're working on. Keep at it. Don't give up. Labor could also be talking about there's like a lot of work or labor that is happening when it comes to you guys like financially or professionally. And if you've been working on your finances, really working in terms of like your professional life, your career life, anything like that, some sort of hard work with labor here is about to pay off in terms of your finances and career. We also have here rescuer underneath the deck. It says someone may enter your life and help you resolve any difficulties that you're experiencing. Consider careers as a firefighter, paramedic, or any rescue or heroic profession. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, quite the opposite. It shows your strength. Some of you guys, you may need to ask for help with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This may be something that you're experiencing, or this may be something that you attract and draw in the month of April with this Empress card right here. And some of you guys are going to attract that by actually asking for help, going out of your way and asking for help. Hold on. I don't know why I felt like there's... Okay, we also have here Gaia that came out. I believe Gaia wanted to be seen. It says, spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. Protecting the planet, herbalism, livestock, or working with nature could be for you. The universe is working with you. Believe in its subtle magnetism to guide you. This is that Empress energy right here. She's very in tune with Mother Nature. And so something about Earth energy is going to be able to guide you guys this month of April, which is probably why this Four of Cups came through, is you guys like meditating. Science was underneath that. It says there is something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. Consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. Apply a scientific approach to your business or your financial problem. So there's some sort of scientific approach. There's some sort of rational approach to any sort of financial or career related issue that you guys may be dealing with in the month of April. Underneath the deck here, we have beware, be prudent. Things are not what they seem. Careful who you talk to regarding money or business matters. Don't make any type of financial commitments right now. So stay away from making any sort of financial commitments right now, especially if it feels a little bit too risky with this Five of Pentacles right here. Stay away from anything that feels too risky when it comes to your career or finances in the month of April. Like if it makes sense, if it checks out, go for it, use your intuition. But if something just feels like if you have to ask, just avoid it for now, okay? Pull some cards for those of you in a relationship. What do you need to know for the month of April? Pile ones in relationships. Does something flip over? Yes. Okay, so we have here soulmates. Oh, and then new life. Oh, and new life, there's a pregnant woman on the card. So some of you guys, you're attracting your soulmate, or because I pulled for those of my pile ones in a relationship, soulmates here could be confirming that the person that you're currently in a relationship with is your soulmate. This is somebody that you guys are meant to be with. With soulmates here, you could just feel very, very, very attracted to and connected to your partner in April. Soulmates kind of feels like, you see how like close they are? This sort of feels like you guys dealing with a month in April with your relationship, where especially if this isn't like the norm for you and your partner, I feel like for my pile ones in a relationships with this soulmates card here, this is talking about how you guys are like going to be getting along really, really well in the month of April, where you feel like soulmates, you feel like you're on the same wavelength and you guys are just really getting along. Like I was talking about this Empress here, this is like high quality energy that you're attracting. And then we have here new life. Some of you guys, you could be getting pregnant in the month of April, or this could be talking about more so like metaphorically that you and your partner are starting something new, maybe a new chapter. Maybe you guys are starting a business. Maybe you guys are starting to travel together. Maybe you guys are starting some sort of like new life experience or something together with new life right here. You guys could be moving in with a soulmate or your partner in the month of April. Underneath the deck, we have mask is on, things are not what they seem. I feel like things are not what they seem. Mask is on for some of you in a relationship. You could be dealing with, like I said, intuitively, if you're feeling like there's something off intuitively with your partner, that could be what this card is talking about. For those of you though, what I'm picking up with mask is on, things are not what they seem. I feel like there could be some sort of like something that you guys don't see happening within your relationship in terms of some sort of like new developments. Now, like I said, this could be talking about some sort of mask being on, some sort of like truth being concealed or hidden. For those of you that feel like intuitively some sort of truth is being hidden in your relationship. But if that's not what you guys are feeling or dealing with, then do not take this card as like, oh my God, I need to watch out for something. Like, don't get anxious about it. If you're not feeling that, then it does not apply to you. But if this is something that you've been feeling intuitively in your relationship, this could be confirmation of that. Or like I said, this mask is on, things are not what they seem. It could be talking about how there's some sort of developments happening in you guys' relationship that you don't necessarily see coming. So like, let's just say, for example, maybe you and your partner have been struggling financially. Don't take that as like, this is our only reality in life. We're always going to struggle. Five of Pentacles in reverse over here. Again, you guys are adapting to a whole new mindset. So this is about removing the mask of your current circumstances, of your current life situation, and saying like, just because we're struggling right now doesn't mean that we're going to be struggling forever. It doesn't mean that we're going to be struggling a month from now. Things can turn around that fast. Okay, so that's another thing that mask is on could be talking about for those of you in a relationship. For my singles, let's see what we get for you. Okay, we have divine masculine. So there could be somebody that you're attracting in the month of April that's like a divine masculine. They may see themselves as a divine masculine. They may resonate with being a divine masculine. You may see them that way. Or this could be somebody, it doesn't necessarily depend on like gender either. It could be even like a woman that has like a lot of masculine energy. But divine masculine is definitely for my singles. This is like talking about somebody that is exceptionally confident. With divine masculine, you guys may be attracting somebody that is like very, very structured to the T. Maybe they could be like very, very militant about like their job, their career, their lifestyle. They may be like kind of like a neat freak, very organized. Not like Patrick Bateman style, not like American Psycho style, but they just may be very like, I feel like with this divine masculine, they're just a very structured person. They're very orderly. They may not know how to relax very much. So I don't know why that's coming through with this divine masculine card, but that could be something that you guys are attracting in April. We also have for my singles, we've got wedding bells here, love and relationships. So you guys could even be attracting somebody for my singles, my pile one singles in the month of April, where whoever it is that you meet, it could potentially turn into a very serious commitment with wedding bells here. You guys could be, this could be somebody that eventually you end up like marrying or just involved in some sort of very serious commitment. And then underneath the deck for my singles, we have listen to the songs in your heart. What do you actually want as a single person? Some of you guys, you may discover this month that like, you know, maybe I do want something that's a bit more serious. So maybe you're like casually dating right now for some of my singles. And maybe you're starting to realize in the month of April that you want something a bit more serious because you're very interested in building, especially with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse over here. So a lot of you guys are very interested in attracting something that is structured, especially with the Empress and the 4 of Cups over here. You have a lot of like structure that's improving in your life, that is changing in your life. Let's see what other personal improvements you guys may be making in the month of April. We have here Birch, the card foundation, trigger statement, I am rejected, true statement, I am accepted. You have the strength to stand firm in your decision, honor your feelings, and pursue the path that you are feeling called to. So what path are you guys feeling called to? This is about having the strength to stand firm in your decision in the month of April. Because I feel like you guys you got a lot of momentum, you've got a lot of energy, you got a lot of good energy backing you guys. This is about standing firm in your decision. And like I was talking about this 5 of Pentacles in reverse over here, this is not about allowing life circumstances to determine what is possible for you. So that's something that's very important for a lot of you guys. And we have here underneath the deck, a Borvite, flow. And trigger statement, why are things such a struggle? Exactly. 5 of Pentacles in reverse is totally turning around for you guys, a struggle situation. True statement, I'm in the flow. Take a breath, dear one, and allow yourself to feel the flow of life through you. Release your need to do and just be. So this is about trusting that things will flow. And flow is talking about how this 5 of Pentacles, these struggle situations, whatever it is that you are trying to replenish, don't worry about something being stuck. Nothing is ever stuck in life. We can deal with things for a certain amount of time. It doesn't mean it's necessarily stuck. Everything is moving. Everything is flowing. Nothing ever stays still. So this 5 of Pentacles, whatever the situation may be talking about in your life, for some of you, it could be financially. For some of you, it is your profession or your career. This is something that is flowing. It will turn around, and it's about being able to, this is something that your guides, they really want to like, they really want you guys to like listen in terms of, hey, like things are flowing, things are moving, things are going to turn around. This 5 of Pentacles situation will not last forever, okay? Let's grab a message from your higher self, a crystal message from your higher self. So if your higher self could pick a crystal, which one would it be? What energy is your higher self vibing on? For my pile ones. Okay, we have here diamond. And it says what it is, and this is what it looks like. And it says what it is, set and engagement rings. And we have wedding bells over here for my pile one singles, but it says set and engagement rings, tiaras, and iced out change. This girl's best friend of gemstones is the hardest naturally occurring material on planet Earth. Diamonds are more than just status symbols encrusted on the rich. Their radiant energy clears away spiritual cloud covers so you can bask in the purest light. Who needs it? It says who doesn't. Where to put it, wherever you'd like to bling, when to use it, when you've just got to keep it icy, when you want to make your intentions perfectly clear, when it is time to beam your own unique light through the darkness for all to see. Own it with diamonds, shine your brightest. This is how your higher self, this is what your higher self is like vibing on in the month of April. at the start of this new year is like, bitch, I'm a diamond. Like, it's really feeling, your higher self is really feeling itself. And then we have here underneath the deck, meteorite. And it says what it is. This is what it looks like. Meteorite and diamond. Wow, pile one. It says meteorites are extraterrestrial rocks flung from space. They have been carbon dated to the beginning of time, even older than our sun. Meteorites come in three forms: nickel, iron, chondrites, I think, and pallasites infused with radiant periodot. Who needs it? It says children of the stars. Where to put it? Wherever you gaze toward distant constellations, with or without opening your eyes. When to use it? When you are looking to conduct more spiritual energy. Try nickel, iron, meteorite. When you are looking to chat with a friend in another galaxy, go with chondrite, I don't know, meteorite. When you want to feel aligned to that universal energy that pulsates through everything, try pallasite meteorite. Connect to your star stuff. You guys are even connecting to your stars. This is how your higher self is vibing in the month of April. Is like, it's just vibing with its cosmic self, with its it's in like very abundant energy. In the month of April, your higher self is. So this is why you guys are really changing around this Five of Pentacles sort of energy, getting out of that scarce, sort of insufficient sort of space. And then one final card here from a Commission energy. We have here Scarab, spiritual transformation. So this isn't just material transformation happening in you guys' life. This is even spiritual transformation happening in you guys' life in the month of April. And underneath the deck, we have here Giza Plateau. It's a sacred journey. So I'm going to read Scarab out of the book for you guys, but you guys are on a sacred journey in the month of April. And this is why there's such a deep spiritual, immaterial, physical transformations happening for you guys at the start of this year. And look, this is card number 33. Like I said, watch out for repeating threes. All right, and Khepra is the Lord of Becoming, the one who becomes. This is the form of Ra, the sun god, as the rising sun, and the ancient Egyptian name for the sacred beetle. The scarab is a symbol of the transforming qualities of the sun. A scarab was placed over the heart of the deceased during mummification to ensure that the spirit was liberated in the afterlife. Channeled message from Khepra says, I am reborn and I come into being. Hence I am Ra, the rising sun. Observe at first just a beetle or being of no awareness, and then you'll see an emergence. Great change is occurring for you now as you awaken into higher consciousness, and coming from the darkness into the light can only bring joy. Divine intervention has occurred on your behalf, so thank me by meditating upon my image for further transformation. When it comes to abundance, this card means take time to look inwards for new ideas on creating abundance, and then look what it says here. What seems lost will be returned. Like I told you guys with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, whatever it is that you're trying to replenish is flowing right back into that state of replenishment. Then when it comes to love, this card means good for existing relationships, but new ones will have difficulties that need to be worked through first. When it comes to work and career, it says good for activities involving flying and preparing for new objects. Allow time for recognition of your work. When it comes to travel, it says wonderful for flying in sunny places and spiritual retreats. When it comes to health, it says slow improvement and inner work will assist you. Walk in the sunshine if tired or depressed, and consciously draw in the healing rays of the sun to your body. When it comes to family, it says some resistance from family at first about your new focus on spiritual matters. And when it comes to your future, it says excellent for a time of rest and inward looking as you are reborn into higher consciousness. And that is all that I'm seeing for you, pile one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, and our higher selves, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards to check out what exactly your guides want you to know for this month, as well as what is improving in your life. So let's just jump straight in. So in terms of what your guides want you to know for this month of April, we have here the World, and in terms of what is improving in your life, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So what do you need to know, pile 2, in terms of the World card right here? You definitely need to know that things are falling into place, pile 2. The World can be a very overwhelming card. it's the world, right? Or it's all things happening or going on at once in one card. So your team wants you to know, pile 2, that with everything going on, it may be difficult for some of you to maybe stop and take a breath, to take a moment of pause, to rest, to relax, to even sleep. If your sleep has been disturbed, we also talked about this on Patreon like weeks ago, but that has a lot to do with Mars, who has spent 7 months in a sign of Gemini, the twins. I think that that's probably going to come up in every single pile today, because it's a big deal now that Mars has finally moved out of Gemini. And now that Mars is in Cancer, it feels like a recess or like a dream, even though it's very debilitated in Cancer, after spending 7 months in Gemini, the sign of duality. So this fall in Cancer will be exactly what we need to feel more calm and peaceful as a collective. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, Mars is going to have an honorable mention in every pile today. But yeah, we don't need activated Mars energy. So some of you may have prominent Mars placements or even Gemini placements in your chart. You could have a lot of mutable energy as well, and that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces in your natal chart. Or those houses in your chart could have been very activated over the last 7 months, and those are the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th houses. And I'm saying this because the world feels overwhelming in your pile, and your guides want you to stop trying to manage it all. Not just completely remove yourself from taking care. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear this like whipping in the background. It's been like insane, like winds and storms over the last few days. But yeah, it's not that your guides basically want you to remove yourself from taking care of your responsibilities and managing them. But when we see the world, this card talks about order happening outside of our control. It's order that we do not have to manage or govern. So naturally, when there is some other order of events happening beyond our own control, it challenges us to place faith in that other system that's operating outside of the palm of our hands. You know, the way that the world spins on its axis without our help. It revolves around the sun without us telling it to or directing it. The world card talks about things will move, develop, and revolve as they do, and most of it will be out of your hands. They also want you to know, with the World card being the final card in the major arcana, there is a major chapter coming to a close in April for you, and this chapter is one that added to that overwhelming feeling that a lot of you have been trying to manage or deal with. But your guides want you to know that finish line that you keep running towards, you are about to reach in April. And it will be different for all of you, but it's whatever you've been wanting to come to some sort of like a climax, whatever you've been trying to reach. Like I said, the World card is the final card in the major arcana. So whatever major finale you've been trying to reach is happening in April, which makes sense why we have this 10 of Wands in reverse as your improvement card. So if you've been waiting on a final word or decision or conclusion or sign for things to maybe settle down or get going or to stabilize or to finish up, that is happening in April. And that won't change. World card is very final type of energy. It does not necessarily talk about things switching up or making sudden changes, which is why the 4 fixed signs surround this card, especially in the RWS version. It's a lot more visible. And the fixed signs in astrology, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, they talk about a state of permanence or security or things being solid and reliable or dependable. So you are getting to a solid, dependable place in April, something that your guides really want you to know. They've been trying to communicate to you that things are starting to become more solid, where you will be able to leave the up and down, back and forth, lack of clarity behind for good. You'll finally be able to build from something because it'll feel like you have some really sturdy, firm foundation. It'll feel like you have things figured out, or like you can trust something enough to build towards that future or to rely on it, or like you don't have to micromanage something anymore. And I believe that that's what your 10 of Wands in reverse is talking about. So what's improving for you is totally stress, any sort of sleepless nights or running off of minimal sleep, doing a million different things at once, multitasking, crisis control, hyper managing things, fixing one thing and then another thing breaks. I mean, this was like non-stop management for you with this 10 of Wands in reverse. You've always had to be on or ready or moving or fixing or doing. And this is why you guys' sleep is improving a lot in April as well. Some of you will feel like you finally have time to focus on your health or your diet, or enough time to get into like maybe a workout regimen because things have panned out so much. You may have time to get into a new hobby or side project because of this extra time or energy that you have here. Another thing that's improving as well, which is going to sound really weird, but something breaking down for good, 444 on my clock right here as well. It's something breaking down for good. So it's like if maybe like you've been waiting for something to completely break down, so you guys may have been keeping something together by like a thread, and it finally just breaks down for good with this 10 of Wands in reverse. And it's sort of like putting that chapter behind you where it's like, okay, I don't have to wonder, when is this going to finally stop working? When do I need to finally adjust to something new or to something different? So that sort of waiting game as well, this 10 of Wands in reverse, especially the World card. The World can definitely talk about time as well. So whatever sort of waiting game that you guys were involved in, that is improving as well in the month of April. I see somebody being more clear with you guys as well. So I don't know if there was somebody in your life that was sort of like evasive, or maybe they were sort of on and off in a way where it's like sometimes maybe you, like, let's just say for instance, that there was like somebody new in your life that you were getting to know. And there's some times where they were super present, other times where they were just like gone, like kind of like just off living their life or something, kind of like Sagittarius energy. I see that sort of mellowing out too. Energy is mellowing out for you in April. It's not so chaotic. It's not so disbanded. It's a lot more, I wouldn't even say it necessarily like comes together and gets more organized. I would say it just sort of disappears. So like, let's just say for instance, there was somebody in your life that you're trying to get to, going back to that example, you're trying to get to know somebody and they just seem like sometimes they're really around, other times they're not. It's like either or happens in the month of April. Either they just give you their full on time and attention, or they completely like leave for good. And so you're able to move on. So this is sort of like moving on, especially with the World card here, 10 of Wands showing up for you, even though it's in reverse. 10 is also another finale card. All the 10 pip cards in tarot and the minor arcana, they talk about reaching the end of that pip card journey before moving on to the court card. So this is just like for you guys, what's improving is like closure energy when it comes to any sort of closures that were like back and forth. It's like, are we on? Are we off? Are we doing this? Are we not? Do I need to emotionally and mentally get myself to a place where I'm moving on, or is it okay for me to relax and to accept this in my life? You guys are finally going to have that sense of like, okay, I can depend on where things are at now. Just feeling like there's a lot more trust as well in April. So trust is improving for a lot of you guys somewhere in the month of April as well. For some of you guys, if you were dealing with any sort of like body pains, anything like that, that's also improving in the month of April. Or you guys are going to finally get like clarity as to what has been going on with your body, or that part of your body, with the 10 of Wands here. 10 of Wands is very kind of like back-breaking sort of effort, work, labor. So in reverse, it's like whatever was like stress on your body, that is definitely going away, or that is getting improved, or you guys are getting like knowledge of whatever has been going on in your body so that you can actually like cure it, get rid of it, deal with it. So something's actually completely healing as well too in the month of April for a lot of my pile twos, if you've been waiting on something to sort of heal. It's definitely like renewal energy for you. Let's see what else is improving in April for you. So we have here reset. Yeah, exactly. Trigger statement, I am sick. Exactly. This is the essential oil eucalyptus. True statement, I am alive. It is time to embrace a new way of being, one filled with health and the freedom to create a new reality. This is exactly what I was just talking about, or picked up with your 10 of Wands, was possibly something going on with some of you guys' like body or something. That's, yeah, total healing is coming in, reset with that. Underneath that was wisdom, rosemary. Trigger statement, it doesn't make sense. True statement, I see the bigger picture. This is that World card energy right here. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding, from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons. So there could have been some sort of lessons that you guys were also picking up or learning or adjusting to, that you guys won't have to do I wanted to say after the month of April. So after the month of April, something's going to completely conclude for a lot of you guys. Underneath the deck here, we have grounding. So you'll feel a lot more grounded. This is the card rooted. Trigger statement, I am somewhere else. True statement right here. Now everything is perfect. Allow your energy to shift to the material plane where it is needed to help you complete what you have set out to do. This is that 10 of Wands in reverse energy. You guys are going to, this is completion. Something is totally completing. This is why you guys are able to reset. And this conclusion is going to help you guys gain a lot of wisdom from whatever this lesson may have been. Just going to grab some relationship cards. How are you guys' relationships improving? For those of you in a relationship, I'm going to pull in a relationship and then singles next. But feel free to take this when it comes to friends, family, any sort of work relationship. If you're not in a romantic situation, or if your romantic relationship has been really good, then feel free to take these relationship cards and apply it to whatever sort of relationship you may have questions about in your life. But we have here, for those of you in a relationship, addictions. So we have addictions coming out in terms of that improving in you guys' connections. So when it comes to addiction, something about this, it definitely reminds me of codependency. Just a feeling of needing to, like, I don't feel safe unless I'm in this very specific sort of environment. It's kind of like climate control, where it's like, what I mean by that is sort of like, when it comes to your relationships, is like, you know how like some people, they freak out if they don't know exactly where their partner is. Like their mind just starts racing. Like, what if they're doing this? What if that's going on? This is sort of like the ability to relax, even though you may not know what's going on, even though you may not have clarity, even though you don't know where your partner is. It's just an example, but this sort of feels like this could be you or somebody else not needing to know every little thing or micromanage and control every little thing in order to feel safe in a particular connection or relationship with this addiction card. Some of you are working on healing addiction, or it could be somebody that you're involved with in a relationship, connection, friendship, whatever it is. That may be dealing with addiction or healing addiction or getting help for it. You may be discovering or finding out that somebody has addictive behavior or some sort of addiction happening in their lives in the month of April. This may be something that you guys come to realize this month, or this is something that concludes. It finally comes to an end because you guys are admitting it or somebody else is admitting it. And it's like, you know how they say, admitting is the first step to recovery or something like that. This is sort of like recovery finally starting or finally ending, because it's like, you're able to sort of put this addictive behavior or this addiction sort of like chapter behind you in a way where it's like people are able to move forward, reset in a way where they feel like this addiction isn't controlling them, controlling their lives. So this could even be addictions improving in a way where this connection no longer feels contingent on someone's addiction or something that someone needs help with. And this could be addiction with anything. It doesn't just have to be substances. It could be like finances. It could be like a work addiction. It could be like a sex addiction. It could be anything. So whatever addictions is, there's improvements coming there for those of you guys in a relationship. And underneath the deck we have for you, we have friends. So for some of you, this is your friends. This is happening in your friends or your friends group, as well as too, for those of you in a relationship, this is you and your partner, you guys' friendship improving. So even if this is a romantic relationship, this is you and your partner just feeling like closer friends. You're feeling more relatable. You're feeling like you're able to trust them more. And it could be because they are coming clean, maybe about some sort of addiction or some sort of behavior that they have been involved in. Maybe they are asking you guys to help them regain control of their lives in some way. So that's another thing that is improving in you guys' relationship in the month of April. If you are in a relationship, let's pull in for singles. So we have here many suitors. One stands out in the crowd. So for my singles, my single pile twos, pile twos in the month of April, you guys may have a lot of suitors. You may, let's see what's underneath the deck. You guys may have a lot of people trying to catch your attention, but there's going to be one specific person. Then we have karmic release underneath the damn deck. Okay, karmic release makes a lot of sense with this world card energy down here, as well as with the 10 of Wands as well, because again, like I said, this is all about conclusion, completion type energy. So with karmic release and many suitors, I feel as though for my singles that are interested in dating, romantic relationships, or even if this has to do with like a friend situation, maybe some of my pile twos have walked away from a friend in the past and you're looking to make new friends or something, you guys are being karmically cleansed and released of any sort of past connections. And this is why the door is opening up in a way where you guys have a lot more suitors popping up in your environment, moment where maybe they're trying to get your attention, but there's going to be this one person that you really connect with, or there's one person that really catches your eye, or this one person that's maybe really really persistent with this Ten of Wands right here, World card energy. Maybe you guys just really seriously get each other. It's going to feel, it may even feel karmic with this karmic release card right here. It may feel karmic in the sense that you guys have known each other before, not necessarily in like a toxic way, because it's not, karma isn't always toxic. It just talks about repeat energy. I've been here before. This is energy that has been recycled. Okay, so it could just be a feeling of like, whether this is business, platonic, romantic, whatever it is, this could just be a very strong feeling of like, I feel like I know this person. We get each other in every single way with this World card here. Like, especially if this is romantic, this is like, this feels like an old friend. This is somebody that I have a lot of fun with. This is somebody that like I have a great time with. This is somebody that like they finish my sentences. We are very much alike. We're very aligned. We have the same plans for the future. So this could potentially, for my pile 2 singles, just really feel like somebody coming into your life in April, where the improvements happening in your romantic situation is just you guys may be connecting with somebody that you feel like gets you in every single way. And it may even be a little bit eerie with this karmic release card right here. So some of you guys, you may be wondering, like, we know each other a little too well. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I don't think so, especially with karmic release coming out here. This is talking about you guys have released the past. So let's grab some health cards. How's your health improving? We have exercise is key. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget. So you guys are improving in terms of exercise, as well as call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask you for your healing help with describe your situation. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. This is that 10 of Wands in reverse, World card energy over here, some sort of health situation getting put to rest. Also too, with exercise, if you like, I did mention that. Yeah, I did mention that with your 10 of Wands in reverse. Some of you guys may feel as though you have more time in the month of April to get into like a workout regimen or something like that, because you're maybe less stressed out, or you have less things to manage and take care of in the month of April. So it's sort of like it frees up time for you guys to focus on exercise, to focus on your health, to focus on maybe even dating or grounding yourself, or things like that. So this is what we have coming out in terms of how your health is improving in the month of April. Let's grab career, and okay, look at that, more health stuff. Okay, so your guides weren't playing when health kept coming through for me with your 10 of Wands. It says some situation that needed resolution will be resolved and healed. This is exactly what I was talking about with your World 10 of Wands in reverse. This is completion, conclusion energy. It says consider careers in the medical field, massage therapy, or any healing work. It is time to replenish your energy and fully energize to prepare for what is next. So you guys are being prepared for what is next. And this is also why too, this reset card came out for you guys, because you guys are being reset. This is also why this karmic release card came out, not just in terms of your relationships, but this is just like karma. This is karmic completion that a lot of my pile 2s are experiencing in the month of April. And this is why health is improving in a lot of different areas, not just physically, but also financially, professionally, within your relationships, within your own personal life, within your own energy levels, just health all around. And then we also have here justice underneath the deck. It says something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. Your career may be in law, such as police, military, and courts, or the criminal justice. Be sure to be honest and ethical in money matters, or you will face the consequences. So there's even justice coming to you guys in terms of finances and career. So especially for those my pile 2s where maybe there is some sort of legal matter going on with your money, or with your job or career, something like that. There's improvement coming in terms of the justice that you guys get when it comes to career and finances, as well as too, there's more balance coming in financially and professionally for my pile 2s, where maybe you felt like there was some sort of injustice at work or with your money, or like you weren't paid enough, or like you were charged too much when it comes to something. Because this could also be, especially with your 10 of Wands in reverse right here, this could also be talking about this justice card. Maybe you guys are like overcharged for like a service. Like, let's just say that, like, I don't don't know, you got something fixed in your house last month and you've been fighting that charge, trying to get your money back for something that like you were overcharged. This could have something to do with like you guys is like maybe your credit score or like identity theft, or if you guys have been fighting anything when it comes to your career, your money, something with the banks, something with credit, anything like that, there's justice coming to that. There's a big improvement in justice, and justice working in your favor in that scenario. Now let's grab a crystal oracle card here. So if your higher self, if your higher self was picking a crystal, what would it pick? We have here green calcite. It looks like this. And green calcite says, what is it? Green calcite is the emo, honest to a fault, believes in storybook endings, tree hugger of the calcite family. Who needs it? Anyone who finds themselves lost in the forest of doubt without a map. Libras. It says where to put it against your chest when making important decisions regarding how you want to spend the finite, precious time that you have on earth, when to use it. When your heart is asking for something, but you aren't listening. The heart wants what it wants. The mind wants what it thinks the heart should want. Call in the energy of green calcite to nudge that push and pull in the heart's favor. Live out your heart's desire. Yeah, really sort of clearing up any sort of push and pull in you guys' life is totally getting cleared up. Let me put this over here. Underneath the deck for you, we have black tourmaline. Did this come out for? No, I think that was that Patreon reading. Because I'm tripping. I thought this came out for... Anyways, this is what black tourmaline looks like. And it says here, what is it? Grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from a case of the crazies and establishing powerful, energetic boundaries between you and all the zombies out there. Who needs it? Everyone. Where to put it? Beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out. On your person, in your pocket, everywhere. When to use it? Anytime you take public transportation, find yourself in a crowd. This is that world card energy. Or hear that sucking sound of a coworker, family member, malignant demon taking more from you than they are giving back. 10 of Wands in reverse. Protect your light. Okay, and just a final card here from the Netzeru, or one of them at least, for your month of April. What is improving? What do they want to say to you? And we have here Satis, I believe, fertility and satisfaction. So I'm going to read this out of the book. And underneath the deck, we have Nile River, flow of abundance. Flow of abundance. So there's a natural flow of abundance coming to you guys. This is that world card energy. Things moving for sure. Oh, and this is the Aset Egyptian Oracle cards, because you guys know I always forget to link all of these decks down below. But anyways, Satis of fertility and satisfaction says, also known as Satet, is the feminine aspect of Num. She initiates new projects and sends her energy forward to create them. Sends her energy forward. This is that world card right here. As the goddess of fertility, she pours out the life-giving waters to dry parched Egypt. For Satis was the goddess of the annual flooding of the river Nile. And we have the Nile River underneath the deck for you guys, flow of abundance. But it says, yeah, Satis was the goddess of the annual flooding of the river Nile, with the inundation heralded by Sirius rising in the northern skies. Through her connecting to star energies with the rising of the Nile at the right time, she is connected to the number 7. So also watch out for the number 7, you guys. Channeled message from her says, see me now connected to the star Sirius as I create a flow of good things in your life, a flow of good things in your life. It says, for sweet water, positive change, satisfaction, and abundance is coming to you if you invoke me now. Remember, first the floods purify the land, then you wait while the water saturates the black earth. This is that health energy coming out for you guys. And then as the crops grow, you know the correct time to harvest them. So this is healthy crops growing into you guys' life. It says new projects take time, and in my temple of Satis, we honor Aset and ourselves as we pour out the life-giving waters to you. So some of you guys, you may be very drawn to Aset, otherwise known as Isis. And it says card meanings here when it comes to abundance. A great flow of abundance is coming now. Keep some money aside in case of a drought. 7 is your lucky number. Improvements in love here says an abundance of love is coming, or rather flooding your way. This is that mini suitors card. Your true star soulmate is hidden from you, awaiting the correct time to appear. This is that karmic release, and why a lot of my single pile twos may feel like if you meet somebody in April, like you really know them, because this is a true star soulmate that is hidden from you, waiting for the correct time to appear. When it comes to work and career, improvements here says work as an energy healer or yoga teacher should be considered. A successful new career awaits you. When it comes to travel, it says sailing along the River Nile would be wonderful for you. Travel for business, holiday, or spiritual purposes will be successful. When it comes to health, it says bathe in the sea or a river, or simply the bathtub to connect with Satis to clear energy blocks. Energy healing would be helpful. This is that black tourmaline card. And when it comes to family, it says a pregnancy for you or one of your family is possible. Children leaving the family home will be safe. And when it comes to the future, it says new beginnings and satisfaction in your life and work bring a flow of spiritual awareness to you. This is that reset, wisdom rooted, and world card energy for you guys. Very beautiful reading, pile 2, but this is all that I'm seeing in terms of you guys' improvements for the month of April and what it is that your guides want you to know. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to officially thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. All right, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with your tarot cards to check out what it is that your guides really want you to know and have been trying to communicate to you for April, as well as what is improving in your life in the month of April. So let's just jump straight in. In terms of what your guides want you to know for this month, we have the Chariot in reverse for you. And when it comes to what is improving this month of April that you can expect, we have the 5 of Wands upright. So what you need to know in terms of the Chariot in reverse, pile 3, firstly, watch out for the tires in your car in April. Something about these wheels in the Chariot is sticking out with it in reverse. But also your guides want you to know not to fall for something. Whatever slows down in your life is not a bad thing. It is happening to give you rest, time. It's basically a recharge period. They also want you to know that if you feel intuitively led, that this is the month for you to set some really strong intentions, because again, this is a rest period with your Chariot in reverse, and a rest period is perfect for planting new seeds energetically and spiritually. But it seems like some of you have needed some time to recharge mentally, spiritually, socially even. Chariot upright, life is moving a million miles an hour, and it does not mean something is coming to a halt for you. This again feels like a pause on the momentum in your life. Wherever things were moving very fast, could have been like work or maybe a relationship in your personal life. Maybe it's with different changes or a lot of events happening, but your guides especially want you to know that in April, it's a very powerful month for you guys to set intentions and go all out if you want to. And that's what some of you have been missing out on, is time with spirit with this Chariot in reverse. And this is why things are slowing down somewhere. Some of you guys are like natural born witches. Or in other words, if you don't resonate with that, in other words, you came into this life with a very strong connection to your empathic abilities and gifts. So when life speeds up, you guys may feel like your equilibrium is off, because the way that you digest things, it's like it's very intuitive, it's very spiritual, because it's been a while for a lot of you since you've spent time with spirit, or like in prayer or at church or performing magic, whatever that looks like for you. It's been like a while since you spent like some good quality time with yourself, with spirit. And April is going to feel like you are working magic again, like you were just really in the thick of it. So write these dates down if these moons are important for you, and if you feel led to. There is a full moon happening on the 5th of April in Libra, which is really good for, on the surface level, relationships and connections. But overall, Libra is about getting into alignment and being able to effectively coordinate with another person or party in any given situation. So anywhere that you have been having issues fitting someone or something into your life, it could even be like a new routine that you were trying to make work for your life. This full moon is powerful in order to help orchestrate different conflicts where they actually start like working and working together and complementing each other, seeing eye to eye. So you're not using so much energy trying to make things fit or trying to make things work. And this Aries season will also feature 2 new moons because the nodes are shifting in between signs this year, sort of. And so April 20th, there's another new moon in Aries, which is also a solar eclipse, meaning that the sun is going to be eclipsed by the moon. And eclipses in astrology is the equivalent of, you know how like people get realignments at the chiropractor? This happens with eclipses, but like cosmically or like on an energetic level. And we see that with your chariot in reverse here. It's ruled by Cancer, one of the more spiritual signs in astrology. It's ruled by the moon as well, meaning that it needs quality time at night with the moon, or in other words, this is about quality time with spirit in the quiet, conducting ritual, prayers, setting intentions, scrying, whatever it is that you feel led to do. Cancer needs time with the spirit. It needs quality time with its emotions, with its subconscious. It needs good quality quiet time. So this second new moon in Aries, your guides want you to know, pile 3, that they mean to reveal something to you as well around the time of the second new moon. And a second new moon in the first sign of the zodiac is powerful. Now, last year we had 2 new moons in the same month. That's considered a black moon. But this year we're going to be having two new moons in the same sign or season, which is Aries. When this happens, it's a very powerful thing, especially when it's happening in the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, because it's so concentrated with this happening at the final degree in Aries. The first new moon happened at the 0 degree. The second new moon will happen at the 29th degree. And these are called critical degrees, meaning that this is full blown, unbridled Aries energy. So your guides mean to show you something about your course or the future, and to reveal very important information to you concerning some sort of new chapter, a new start, a new beginning, that you will more than likely download through your crown area around that time. Watch your dreams around these moons specifically, okay? Some of your natal Mars is in Cancer as well. And normally this is a pretty harsh debilitation, but we also talked about this on Patreon weeks ago, that Mars spent over half a year in Gemini. It's not normal for Mars. It only spends around 2 to 3 months in a sign. So the fact that it spent twice that amount in Gemini, the sign of the twins, which is all about contradictions in a way, in a superficial way, this made a lot of people irritable and restless for 7 straight months. So even though Mars is in fall in Cancer, this is going to feel like a much needed break or a nap. And it'll also help us collectively to feel a lot more in tune with our instincts and intuition instead of being so in our head. So if your natal Mars is in Cancer, this means that your sleeping habits as well will get better over the next few months, or you'll feel more rested over the next couple months. As I told the previous pile here in today's reading, Mars moving into a new sign is going to probably pop up in every pile, because collectively that was extremely exhausting for a lot of us in some way. It could have made a lot of people restless, irritable over the last 7 months. Now, what's improving for you? We have the 5 of Wands over here. So this is conflict, period. Conflict is improving. Where was this happening for you? This conflict, was it at work? Was it in a relationship? Maybe with your health or diet? Was this more of a mental discord or an emotional one? Okay. So some of you may have felt at odds with your path, because I literally just saw that looking at these wands here. So you may have felt a little lost in the last few months. Yeah, some of you definitely have your natal Mars in Cancer in your chart. Anyways, wires are getting uncrossed. Some of you may have done some sort of an uncrossing ceremony or ritual, maybe burned like a candle to uncross some sort of wires or energetic lines or cords. You may have done that around 4 months ago, or last eclipse season, which would have been around October or November. I don't remember the exact date last year. But yeah, there was some quantum like entanglement here for you, pile 3. And this could be even like sexual energy that you were clearing yourself with past partners. Something has improved as well for those of you that stepped away from something or someone. It could have been a job you stepped away from, or a relationship. There's been like a cool down period, and in April some of you will try to come back together with this situation, and it'll work way more smoothly. That's probably why the message came through about working on alignment and coordinating with the Libra full moon for you, with this chariot in reverse over here. Everyone is going to have their voices heard as well. I'm not sure what that means. That could have been a personal message for someone here. But if you have felt like in the last 5 months, with this being the 5 of Wands here, like people were talking at each other in a certain situation, people's ability to listen will be improved in April. For those of you feeling spread thin as well, that is also improving, because this 5 of Wands, you sort of see how like these wands are just, they're clashing, they're they're kind of like just going everywhere. It almost looks like the energy in this card is just spread to the max, like it's about to split. So again, alignment is what your guides want you to focus on, because that's what they have been working on for you behind the scenes, is you and your life not feeling so contradictory. There's competition as well for a lot of you in this pile. This feels more like career focused, where you may feel like someone's coming for you, or like there's a silent competition when it comes to work. If that resonates for you, then this rest period is going to give you some clarity where you feel way less invested in contending with anyone. You sort of adopt this attitude of not trying so hard, especially with Chariot in reverse over here. Chariot can talk about winning by any means necessary. And with it in reverse, this win by any means necessary spirit just isn't as relevant for you in April with the Five of Wands over here. With the Five of Wands, it talks about importance, significance, consequence, purpose, and overall relevancy, how much gravity something carries in our lives. So you guys have been realizing with this Five of Wands upright what actually matters, what fights you actually need to be invested in, or what sort of battles, or where you need to put your energy when it comes to challenges and stuff. So you guys have been sort of resizing the power and influence that something has held in your life for a long time. And in April, this improves to the point that you feel free of it, aka Chariot in reverse. I don't care to make this happen anymore, not to the point of conflict and stress with this Five of Wands. That's what's improving, is your Five of Wands. So if it's bringing anxiety, distress, or tension, I am cutting myself free of it. I'm releasing myself of it. Chariot in reverse. That may have caused a little bit of confusion for some of you who felt really motivated by competition. Some of you are Aries, Scorpio dominated people, because this Mars switch up into Cancer just changed your whole frame of focus. But if competition used to motivate you in some way, relieving yourself of the need to compete may have made you feel like you were going off your own path with this Chariot in reverse. No, you are not. And this is why some of you are overdue for some good quality, high quality alone time with yourself, with your spiritual team, so you can feel, sense, and discern just how on track you are with this Five of Wands for sure. So some of you guys, you got real strong Mars energy. Mars could be in your first house, your fourth house, your fifth house. Mars may be conjunct your sun or your moon, or it could be making some like strong aspects to it. Like a square in opposition. Mars may be sitting on one of your angles, like your ascendant, ICDC, MC, something like that. You may be a Scorpio midheaven or a Aries midheaven, something like that. Because this just feels very, very, Mars feels very alive for you. Or you could be a Cancer midheaven as well. But anyways, yeah, let's start pulling some oracle cards here. Let's first look into what's improving with your health. So what is improving with pile 3's health in April? We just got improving health. Okay, so we have here, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for your comforting reassurance about the situation. Whatever it is that you guys are worried about with your health, diet is important here, is another thing coming through. Underneath the deck, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices, and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthful substances. For those of you that may have been drinking and eating certain things, craving certain things, a lot of it had to do because of this Five of Wands sort of stressful situation. You guys are very spread thin. It could have had something to do with this competition that I was sort of picking up with your Chariot in reverse over here. So with diet is important in improving health. You guys' health is improving because you are dropping, excuse my French, but you're dropping a fuck to give essentially with this Five of Wands over here, Chariot in reverse. And this is why you guys are feeling an improvement when it comes to your overall health, because it's like you stop caring. And this is why I feel like a lot of you guys, you don't have to have dominant Mars placements, but I feel like a lot of you guys, you are either your natal Mars is in Cancer, or Mars is like conjunct maybe one of your personal planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, something like that. The shift that Mars has made into Cancer after spending 7 months in Gemini is like completely changing the way that you guys approach life, deal with life. What motivates you is completely changed up with this Five of Wands here. You're not just ready to go off of any little challenge or any little competition, or it's like you're very choosy about exactly what gets you up in arms, about exactly what activates your Mars energy. So you're not so high powered anymore with this Five of Wands. That's what's improving for you guys in the month of April. And it's having a big impact on your health as well as even your diet. So some of you guys too, you're going to notice that your diet that you're switching up changes your mood. Some of you guys have noticed that over the last few months, that like me eating differently has changed my mood. I'm not as irritable. I'm not as tired. I'm not as cranky. I'm not as like, I feel like I have more energy, because that was something that was going on with your Five of Wands. You guys were feeling spread thin. And because of that, it may have made you guys a little bit irritable over the last few months. So you guys changing your diet has totally improved your health. And a lot of it was tied into as well, whatever situation this may have been. This could have been like a work situation, or this could have just been happening like in your personal life, for instance. Let's see what's healing for you this month when it comes to just you, your own personal attitude, presence, vibration. So we have here cardamom, integrity, and then underneath the deck we have cedarwood, connection. So cardamom, integrity here says, trigger statement, it is their fault. Yeah, this is that Five of Wands, true statement. My thoughts are the cause of my suffering. Again, what I was talking about with your Five of Wands, this is like you guys pretty much saying like, I don't need to be involved in every sort of like challenge or confrontation. If you guys had any sort of like mental or internal discord going on, yeah, you guys are quelling and squashing all of that. It says, as emotions rise, go within to see what stories and memories are fueling them, then release what is not serving you with gratitude. Yeah, this is why I feel like some of you may have done like an uncrossing ceremony. I did mention that at some point in the last few months, and it's working because you don't care about something anymore with this Five of Wands. There's some sort of fight or an argument, or it could be a whole bunch of different arguments or conflicts that you guys just stop caring about. And it really sort of, that tension sort of eases up. Then we have here cedarwood, connection, trigger statement, it is too much. True statement, I'm grounded in my body. Use your empathic abilities. What did I say? You guys are very empathic. Your empathic abilities are very, very strong. It says, use your empathic abilities to connect with others, discern the information you receive, and do not take on what is not your own. This is that Five of Wands, Chariot in reverse. This is why you guys need that sort of pause, rest period with spirit, because your guides, they have been wanting you. They're like, listen, if your life calms down for a second, you're going to realize that something just doesn't matter with this Five of Wands. If we can get some time with you, it's like you're going to recharge. This is why I feel like some of you guys are like natural born witches, or you're very like powerful manifestors, attractors. I don't know. It's like your spiritual gifts are really strong. It could even be like your clairvoyant abilities. Something about your gifts is extremely strong. And this is why I feel like you guys have like some strong like Cancer energy or moon energy, or you're just very closely connected to your gifts. And when you spend time with your gifts, and I don't just mean like spending some time here and there writing down some intentions, I mean like when you really dedicate, even if it's only 30 minutes, if you really like dedicate that full 30 minutes to just getting very deep into this almost like trance or connection space where you're intimately connecting with spirit and yourself and your own abilities and your higher self, it recharges you. Like that 30 minutes of dedicated time recharges you for like months, where you guys have this insane amount of just energy and motivation and determination, because it's like your spirit's just feeling charged up. And this is why there's this rest period happening in April for those of my pile threes. Yeah, with the Chariot in reverse right here. Let's grab some relationship cards, see how your relationships are improving in the month of April. So I'll pull some relationship cards for people in a relationship first, and then I'll pull for singles. But feel free, if you're not interested in looking into romantic relationships, feel free to take the cards that pop out as messages concerning whatever relationship you're looking into, whether it's friends, family, business, whatever. So first for my people in relationships, what's improving for my pile threes in relationships? Okay, we had two flip over. We have divine feminine and relationship abuse, toxic relationship. This is that Five of Wands, Chariot in reverse. Yeah, so if there is a toxic relationship that some of you were involved in, are involved in, I feel as though this could be why I picked up that some of you guys are uncrossing your wires, your energetic cords, stuff like that. There could have been some sort of relationship that actually felt, you know, like abusive, or it actually was, that a lot of you guys are getting out of in the month of April. So a lot of my pile threes, you may realize if you were in a relationship that's just very toxic, you may realize it is not worth me fighting for. That could be another reason why this Chariot is in reverse. For some of you, you may be almost realizing in a way, only take this if it resonates, because it's sort of a weird scenario. But you know how sometimes it's like those relationships that are just very almost like chaotic. It's like they're just so busy that we don't have enough like downtime to realize like this is actually unhealthy. This actually isn't for me. I actually don't want to be here. But because they're so chaotic, there's always something going on. We stay in it for maybe a little bit longer than what we need to. That's improving for those of you that feel as though you are involved in any sort of toxic relationship in the month of April. You guys may just straight up hit the eject button with this Chariot in reverse right here. Chariot in reverse is like, it's almost like I said, like Chariot upright is like moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. In reverse, it's like that 1,000,000 miles an hour, it runs into a brick wall and boom, everything just like stops instantly out of nowhere. Chariot in reverse is almost like the Tower card, and those are card pairs when it comes to your birth card. So Chariot and Tower cards are actually connected. So Chariot in reverse is almost like a tower. So there could be a tower moment happening in some of you guys' relationships that feel as though you were involved in a toxic relationship. And like I said, this could be, it doesn't just have to be romantic. You can take this for friends, family, business, anything. So if you feel like you're involved in any sort of toxic situation, you are totally tapping into your divine feminine energy. Like I said, this Cancerian energy is coming through very strongly with this Chariot card right here. Cancerian is all about divine feminine energy, tapping into that feminine energy, that subconscious emotional energy, tapping into the spiritual side of things. So for you guys that are tapping more so into your spirit, it's the more you're going to lose an appetite or a taste for the toxicity in any of your relationships. And this may be why you literally just hit the eject button and you just immediately get out of something in the month of April. So it could come out of nowhere with this divine feminine relationship abuse for those of you involved in some sort of a relationship. And then underneath the deck, we have here, come to me. Some of you guys, especially with divine feminine, you're actually attracting something back to you. Like I said, I did mention that some of you guys, you may have taken like a pause or something in one of your relationships or in some sort of situation. And you guys may be coming back to that situation, or that situation may be coming back to you in the month of April, especially with come to me coming out and then divine feminine right here. So if there was something that was kind of toxic, it doesn't necessarily have to be abusive, but if there was something that was sort of toxic, you stepped away from it, you could be sort of drawing it or attracting it back in. And you're going to attract it back in a way where this Five of Wands is dealt with. This Five of Wands conflict, toxicity is improved. Because if it's not, I don't see you guys like sticking with it or staying with it with this Chariot in reverse right here at all. So that's the messages for those of my pile threes in relationships. I keep wanting to call you pile two. Let's get some cards for my pile threes, my pile three singles. But feel free to apply this to any relationship in your life. Hands of Time kind of flipped over, wanting to grow old with you. Let me just check to make sure this is your card, because underneath that was Open for Love, Stand By Me. But let me check to make sure. Okay, it is. So we have here Hands of Time, Waiting to Grow Old with You, pile three singles. So you guys may meet somebody in the month of April that they are willing to see this for like the long haul. This is kind of like endgame energy here with Hands of Time, wanting to grow old with you. This could be somebody that you end up meeting or are dating or have been dating, and maybe it's been sort of casual, and you guys are sort of like getting to a space where the both of you are realizing like, I really like it here. I really enjoy your company. I want this to be a long-term thing. I want this to be a committed thing. Let's see. Let's get another one for my singles or singles in the month of April. Hands of Time too could be talking about some of my singles meeting somebody that's maybe there could be like an age discrepancy. So maybe you're older than them, or vice versa, they're older than you. And if that's the case, somebody here, they may have like a divorce or something under their belt. They may have some kids or something like that. Hands of Time, it just kind of reminds me of just like Saturn energy, mature energy. So this just could be somebody that's very, either they are older than you or they just act older. We also have friends fell out, twin flames under that, third party, overcoming odds. So friends also came out. Friends also came out as well for another pile today. Some of you guys, you may have been drawn to that pile. Like I said, I keep wanting to call you that pile. But we have here friends. So this could even be somebody that you guys have been friends with for a long time, for my single pile twos, that you guys end up maybe dating. Underneath the deck here, we have leave space so I can grow and nourish my soul. Like I started off your reading saying, some of you guys, you have chosen to put the pause on something, not put the pause on it, but you chose to put something on ice and be like, let's just take a break for a minute. So some of my single pile twos, you are coming back together with whatever it is that you may have left in the past. You may have needed a little bit of space or something. You may have just said, you know what, for right now, let's just be friends. Let's just focus on ourselves. And you guys are coming back together because the hands of time have only proven and shown you or them or the both of you guys that like, no, we do love each other. We do want to be with each other. This is where it's at for us. So you guys are coming back together with a lot more confirmation about where it is that you guys want to be in this relationship together. Leave space too for my singles could be talking about how maybe you meet somebody in the month of April that is, they may live at a distance from you. With leave space over here. It could also be talking about too, you meeting somebody online. In terms of improvements with your career and finances, we have here motivator and then growth underneath the deck. So motivator says, this is a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. Motivator, yeah, you guys are definitely the motivator with this 5 of Wands over here. Then we have growth. Expect good news and money matters, a raise or new job offer. Money will soon start flowing to your business. Promising opportunities await. So I feel like these cards are very to the point. There's going to be a new motive when it comes to your money, job, career, like I was already talking about with your 5 of Wands. This is you guys just not being sort of like fueled by the same sort of objectives anymore, not fueled by things like competition anymore, but you guys are inspired by something completely different and something that's not as stressful. It doesn't cause as much anxiety, or it doesn't cause you to feel like as spread thin in your life anymore in the month of April with this motivator card. And then with growth, I mean, yeah, this is just on, this is just talking about growth in terms of finances and career. So there could even be some job opportunities coming to some of my pile threes in the month of April. This could be an opportunity for a promotion or to make more money or a bonus in some way. And if you own your own business or are starting your own business, this is growth in that business happening in the month of April for my pile threes. Now let's grab a card from your higher self. So if your higher self was in a crystal shop and it wanted to buy a crystal, which one would it buy for my pile threes? What is your higher self being drawn towards pile 3? Okay, that's a stack of cards. I think Jet wanted to be seen though. Let's just see. 1 second. Okay, it did. So we have here Jet for you. This is what it looks like. And it says what it is: earthy and grounding. This true black mineraloid variety of coal is an ancient fossilized driftwood. Who needs it? Empaths and witchy types. Like it keeps coming through that you guys are empaths, that you guys are witches. Look at what it says. Who needs it? Empaths, witchy types. Period. It says where to put it to clear a physical space or your body of uninvited vibes. Swipe Jet over the affected area and tell toxic energy, spirits, and tensions to peace out. This is another thing that you guys are getting rid of with the 5 of Wands. Any sort of toxic energy, spirits, and tensions, just like it says with relationship abuse, toxic energies, getting rid of that. And then it says here, when to use it: when asking for guidance from elsewhere, think seance, guided meditation, hardcore tarot session. Jet can take the edge off of high vibe stones like moldavite and serpentine, and is a wise old friend to bring as your +1 wherever your triggers are sure to be on the guest list. Claim your space. You guys are claiming your space as well in the month of April. And for sure, some of you guys are just natural born witches. Like I said, when I was just looking at your chariot card over here. Underneath the deck for you, we have your quartz, and this is what it looks like. And it says, what is it? Among the most abundant minerals on the planet, clear quartz is everywhere, but it is far from basic. A master manifester. Like I said, some of you guys are very gifted at manifesting, attracting, things like that, especially with this come to me divine feminine right here. And this is what it says. A master manifester, quartz is programmable, so give it a job to do and get busy. Who needs it? Rock hounds. Quartz intensifies the power of all stones in your crystal collection, or Geminis. Like we were talking about with Mars and Gemini for 7 months. It says where to put it between your eyebrows during meditation, when to use it when you find yourself believing the limitations that your mind puts in front of you. Call on quartz to help you see through the illusions, clear the mind of self-doubt, surrender to the will of the universe, and start manifesting the impossible. Enhance your vision. So if your higher self was in a crystal shop, it would totally pick out quartz and jet. And it's also just confirmation that, I mean, most of you guys already knew. But you're definitely a powerful manifester, witch, empath, something. And a final message here from one of the Netzeru, what they want to say to you about your April, how it's improving and changing. We have here the Horus Bark, Sacred Union. And underneath the deck, we have Sashida, creating and writing. So I'm going to read the Horus Bark out of the book. And this card here is all about sacred union. It says the Temple of Dendera is a shrine to the goddess Hathor and her consort Horus at Edfu Temple, where within the inner temple is a solar bark or boat. Each year there was an immense festival with pilgrimages to and from both temples of the River Nile, the solar bark holding a statue of Horus as he traveled to meet his wife Hathor at Dendera, so they could have a sacred marriage. Channeled message from Horus says, see my solar bark that carries me to my wife Hathor, so we may have many spiritual and sacred marriages. This was a union made in heaven, and we wish you to have this union of body and spirit also. So I am preparing the way. In ancient days, the priestesses worked constantly with energy, prayers, and spells to bring balance first to the temple and then balance and harmony to all of Egypt. And do you guys see what that says? It says in ancient days, the priestesses worked constantly with energy, prayers, and spells to bring balance first to the temple and then balance and harmony to all of Egypt. You guys are natural born witches, priests, priestesses, something. And this is why you guys are slowing down and you're getting that rest period so you can get back into that flow with spirit. It's going to recharge you like crazy, and it's going to bring a lot of balance, and it's going to flip this chariot energy here upright for you. It says, we are asking you to do more spiritual work to restore balance in your love life. So this is your love life for a lot of you, but more spiritual work is going to bring balance to your love life. Okay? It says it right there. Some of you guys are just natural empaths or something. Card meanings for abundance says spiritual and energy practices will restore harmony to your life. Yep, exactly. In terms of love, it says seek coaching for difficulties here and study yoga or tantra together as you bring the sacred into your relationships. Your divine star soulmate is here. Work and career says consider work as a spiritual healer or a couples coach. Yeah, because you guys are spiritually just on one. It says travel. In terms of travel, take a cruise along the River Nile or any long river and it will flow well. When it comes to health, it says problems with reproductive organs are possible. They are best overcome by having treatments with natural health practitioners. When it comes to family, it says separations and disagreements among family are best resolved spiritually. This is that 5 of Wands, that uncrossing ceremony that I picked up that some of you did. And then it says here with future, some difficulties with people around you are best solved with humor. Again, with that 5 of Wands in reverse, and just honestly not caring anymore. You guys just losing your ability to care about the conflict. But pile 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. So we are starting off your tarot cards to check out what it is that your spiritual guides want to communicate to you for this month of April, as well as what is improving in your life. So let's just jump straight in. So this card here is what your guides want to communicate to you for this month. We have here the Star in reverse. And what's improving in your life, we have the Queen of Swords. I thought that said shadows. Okay, Queen of Swords and then the Sun. Oh, interesting. So there could be some shadow work that you guys have completed or done or are doing that's improving a lot in your life, or it's leading to a lot of improvements in your overall life, but we'll get to that. So in terms of what your guides want you to know, we have the Star in reverse. So what your guides have been wanting to communicate to you, pile 4, is, and you're going to be aware of this, but you've really changed a lot, pile 4. And I don't know if some of you have taken on a project maybe, and it's more tedious, exhausting, or high maintenance than you anticipated, but that's the first thing coming through with your Star in reverse. And this showed up in the collective Celtic cross spread on Patreon as well, and it was over like 2 hours long about the remainder of the year. And the card that came out in the position of fear for us as a collective was the Page of Pentacles, and it translated as like, oh shit, I didn't know that this was going to be that much work. So that's the first thing coming through with your star right here in reverse. So your guides want you to know it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to enlist extra support or assistance. It is also okay to make some mistakes and to not know something. It's also okay to be a completely different person than what you were last year, even a few months ago. It's okay for people to not know you anymore. It's okay for people to get to know the new you. It's okay for you to have to get to know the new you. And it is also fine to be the one asking for more, expecting more, or being the one that is now high maintenance in the sense that you have higher standards. So your guides want you to know that some of you have changed so much in the last year or so, or the last few months. Things are not good enough anymore. You're not okay with good enough anymore. And your guides want you to know it's okay to be okay with that instead of feeling like you are asking for too much. Star is an incredibly hopeful, optimistic, and auspicious character upright. So in the reverse, the star can turn into a sense of audaciousness where she feels maybe embarrassed or not grateful enough, maybe even too forward. Some may even accuse a star in reverse of like the audacity of you to expect so much, or you're not thankful enough, you're not grateful enough, you're not humble enough. So she may seem demanding in this position. Your guides want you to know you're not being difficult. Someone here in this pile is totally being gaslit as well. If you've been wondering, like, are they trying to make me question or second guess myself or like my own sanity? For a lot of you, this has to do with like a goal or a dream, an aspiration or achievement, and there could be someone or an energy around you trying to tell you not to go after something. You're reaching too high, and that is totally not true. Your guys are adamant about saying it is not true. Some of you have adjusted to wanting way more out of life because you have started to see signs of the universe working in your favor. There's also 333 on my clock. Some of you may have been drawn to another pile where that exact number came through as well. Or 333 is a major sign for some of you in April that your guides are speaking to you. But some of you have learned to want more, or you've learned to expect more. You have learned to, you were like open to seeing what spirit could do for you, right? What you could achieve for yourself. And because you've started to see things happen or develop, it's opened this whole new realm of possibilities for a lot of my pile 4s. And so someone in your circle, especially with Aquarius, the star card, Aquarius ruling friends, someone around you may not necessarily be trying to, they may not necessarily be trying to like block that for you, not for all of you anyways. A chunk of you guys that are totally being gaslit by somebody in your life, and you are already going to know exactly who it is that I'm talking about if that's the case. But for some of you as well, it's not that someone's necessarily trying to like block something for you, but you guys don't share the same like bandwidth anymore. You know, like your taste for quality overall is changing, and your guides have been trying to say to you that is okay. Do not feel guilty for wanting more. And it's so crazy how we can feel ashamed for wanting better or more, or for aspiring, right? And it can be like a real like mind fuck. So some of you may be an Aquarius sun with the star, the Queen of Swords here, as well as the sun. You don't have to be, but you could be. And in terms of what is improving in April for you, pile 4, Queen of Swords and the Sun. So your ability to be direct in April is improving with the Queen of Swords. She is the most direct, no nonsense, cut the fluff queen in tarot, basically. So very straight to the point, screw the small talk, give it to me straight, bad news first. That's just her vibe. And that's how you guys may be communicating in April. Less time to ease into certain conversations, and you are much more serious about your time in April as well. And you will not be quiet about it at all. Sort of like, listen, I've got to go. What's the tea? Don't have time to sort of like, you know, sit around and kiki all day. So yeah, also your BS detector is loud in April. Very like, I don't care how badly the truth sounds or hurts. I need to know what's going on. I can handle it sort of deal. And this is another big message that came through in that Celtic cross spread. How the rest of the year, the conscious collective is losing this like appetite for anything but real, honest, and the truth, even if it's brutal. But a big warning came through to accompany that, where Spirit was also saying that some people tend to think the truth has only one face, where if something is polite or diplomatic, if somebody is warm and fuzzy, then automatically it's a lie. Automatically this person is BSing, which does a disservice to the self and the situation overall, because it narrows down the language that we are able to comprehend. If we say that the truth only looks and sounds like this, it only cuts deep, it only hurts, it only sounds harsh. You have the Queen of Swords in the Sun in April, so you guys possess the wisdom, maturity, and balance to delegate, where you know the truth comes in many different forms and expressions. Sometimes it's ice cold, sometimes it's warm and fuzzy, other times it's both, or sometimes it is something else entirely. But no matter what it looks or sounds like, your Queen of Swords upright with the Sun over here says your ability to cut right down to get to the truth of whatever is being said is superior with the Sun and the Queen here. So you cutting through the fluff is not driven by fear, insecurity, doubt, or unconscious programs, which is why for you, it's like you are well-rounded enough to know that the truth doesn't just sound or look like one thing. You're not going off of that sort of superficial detail there. So it's like for you guys, your ability to be objective, to read between the lines, has improved a lot, and you guys are going to see that for sure in April. And if another thing too that's really interesting is, if you look at this Queen here, let me hold her up. If you look at this Queen here, she's like putting on like all of these layers or faces. Really interesting. I just picked up on that. But what's coming through is your spiritual armor being really strong in April, with her putting on like all these faces. It's very interesting. This is coming through as, again, like I said, your spiritual armor being really strong, really resilient, really fortified in April. Some of you don't know the rooms that you are in and the energy that is in it because of your solar sun energy. It is so bright that whatever this lower gaslighting energy is doing over here, it's not reaching you at all. And this is why I say, when you're truly spiritually protected and armored, and you are standing in your spiritual power and sovereignty, you don't have to be worried about negative energy being thrown your way, because it won't touch you. Look at all these layers protecting you. And then we have the Sun here, the brightest and hottest luminary in our sky. It burns straight through anything that has the audacity to try and reach it. It completely disintegrates it. So a lot of my pile fours, this isn't just you that is protected in April, but anything attached to you, like any sort of big plans or dreams that you are making and working towards in April, is completely protected by this really bright sun illuminated energy here. Whether someone's trying to interfere or not, some of you won't know it, because Sun card, Queen of Swords, it's the energy of like, oh, I didn't even know you were still here. You know, it's kind of like that. That is how unserious you are about the entire thing, pile four. So I feel you guys. I feel you. But big improvements coming in terms of spiritual armor, mental health with the Queen of Swords, your self-talk or dialogue, your ability to control your own focus, and your attention span is improving like crazy in April, because the Queen of Swords, she wields a sword, right? And it's like she's wielding or handling the Sun, which rules attention and focus. So this is being able to stay committed to something, seeing it all the way through. It's totally going to be happening like left and right in the month of April, especially when it comes to like your goals, your plans, your dreams. This is a lot of like determination type energy. So if you kept abandoning something with the star in reverse over here, a lot of it had to do with doubt or anxiety. It was a mental thing, and you're totally overcoming whatever that sort of mental deal may have been. You guys are overcoming that in April. Also, whoever here was having issues with technology last month, that is stopping in April. Something about eyesight as well as coming through with the Sun here. So that could be another thing that's improving for you guys. So let's start grabbing some improvements in terms of your health. Let's see what's improving when it comes to you guys' health. Okay. All right, hold on. What is this? Home health, relationship, and then we have here sobriety. I'm going to show you guys the rest of these, but they kind of flip back over. Forgiveness heals, prayer works, fresh air, sunlight, just like your sun card. And underneath the deck for you, we have children. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. But the cards that came out for you, we have here relationship. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. Yeah, so this is totally improvements in the health of you guys' relationships coming in April. Then we have here sobriety. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful directions so that I only desire life-affirming foods and beverages. And then we have home help. I don't know why this feels like kind of domestic, or I'm thinking about like domestic, you know, like improvements coming to like your domestic life. But it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels, and others in matters regarding my family and home. So this is even improvements coming to you guys as family and your actual home. So where you live, or this could just be like your overall home life, your private life, your personal life, your family in general. And with sobriety, I feel like there's some sort of discipline here being talked about with sobriety. You guys is just ability to stay on the straight and narrow, your ability to keep on track, whether this is actual like sobriety with like substances, or just more so like I'm sticking to this thing until I get it done. You know, like I'm not getting off the gas until I get something done. Like what I was talking about here with your Queen of Swords and the Sun, you guys being able to really control your attention span and your focus. And you guys may be able to hear the wind. It's like been crazy wind and storms the last few days. So you may hear that whipping in the background. Let's grab some improvements when it comes to you guys' when it comes to just you as a person, or mentally, vibrationally. Let's see what we get for pile 4, month of April. We have here fennel, align, trigger statement, it is not my fault, true statement, I take full responsibility. It says shift into your body and listen, release the emotions you have been storing and move forward. So this is about you guys feeling more aligned in terms of the star energy in reverse over here. And this may be the message that came through about stop, your guide saying like stop feeling bad about feeling aligned with better things or higher quality things, or maybe more luxurious things, or reaching higher or aspiring for more. Whatever it is, you guys are in alignment, and you may feel as though like you may feel a little bit like guilty, like I was saying, like almost like the audacity, like why would you want more? Why are you not okay with this? Like, so there could be a little bit of like I mentioned with your star in reverse, like people feeling like you're not being like as humble anymore because like your wants have changed, or your standards have changed, something like that. Confidence, Cassia underneath the deck, trigger statement, I cannot do that. True statement, I am a light, just like your sun over here. It says step forward and be the bright light that you are. Serve your purpose to the world by sharing your amazing gifts. This may be what was sort of almost like affecting some of you guys, where maybe you felt, maybe it's like the audacity when it comes to you guys like sharing your gifts or something. I just keep hearing like the audacity, like what makes you think that you should be able to do this, or you should be allowed to like do that. And some of you guys' natal Lilith is actually in Leo, because it's where she currently is right now. But yeah, Lilith is she's in Leo, and Lilith she was banned from the Garden of Eden because of her authenticity. Authentically, she was not a subservient, submissive type of person, and because of that, she was like punished or banished. So Lilith in astrology can sort of represent the realness, the truth of us that we are banished or punished for, because we are embracing a part of ourselves that maybe it doesn't work for other people, but it works for us. And so she kind of represents like the wilderness of our life, the wilderness that sort of throws other parts of our life out of balance or out of order, essentially. So some of you guys, you may be going through like your Lilith return with her being in Leo, and Leo is a sign it's ruled by the sun. And Leo is all about kind of like attention, focus, the attention being on you, or you just naturally and easily being able to pull in attention and focus. And so that may be upsetting somebody in some of my pile 4's lives for sure. And this is why there's an improvement in terms of you guys being sure of where you're going, who you are, what you're meant to have, and not feeling ashamed of that, not feeling guilt tripped by that. Let's grab some Oracle cards for relationships. How are your relationships improving? I'll pull one card first for those of you in a relationship, and then I'll pull for my singles. But feel free to take these cards as they can reflect like any relationship in your life. So if you're not interested in like looking to like the energy surrounding romantic relationships, and you can take these cards and apply them to like friends, family, business, anything like that. So let's see what we get for those of you in a relationship for April. How's your relationship improving in April? We have here giving a gift. So your partner or you guys may be giving each other a lot more gifts in the month of April. You may feel like your partner is a gift in April. They may feel that way about you. There may be a sense of comfort when it comes to you guys' partnerships. For those of you in a relationship in the month of April, we have here underneath the deck for you guys, should I stay? So some of you guys are going to be feeling as though you're going to be wondering if you should stay in a particular relationship. Should you stay? Should you go? Should you try to work things out with giving a gift over here? Because giving a gift can almost be like a sense of like a peace offering too. So there could be some of you guys trying to decide like, should I work something out? Should I stay? Should I go? And this doesn't just have to be romantically. Like I said, this could also be like friends, business, anything. But yeah, some of you guys, you may be, let me try to get one more. Let's see if we can get a, okay, we also have here yes. So whatever it is that you guys just asked, yes. This is a personal card. Underneath the deck, we have unrequited love. It's like it keeps going back and forth, back and forth. So there is just two separate piles here for those of you in a relationship when it comes to the romantic side of things. Some of you are feeling as though the love that you're giving, you're not getting back. This is that star in reverse, and somebody may be trying to gaslight you into feeling like, no, I am doing something for you. I am doing things for you. They may be like giving you gifts and stuff, trying to convince you that like, see what I do for you, see what I provide for you, stuff like that. But you're just feeling like something's missing or something's off. And so somebody may be trying to guilt you in a sense where they're just like, no, I'm doing everything that I can for you, but there could just be straight up like differences in terms of you not feeling like they do enough and them feeling like they do more than enough. And then for others of you in a relationship, it seems like your relationship is pretty solid with giving a gift and yes over here. So you're going to know intuitively, wherever it is that your relationship is at, obviously, if your relationship is in like a really healthy, good place, then take the more so like positive cards. But if not, then yeah, this is sort of just like confirmation that there is something unrequited going on here in a romantic relationship or in any of your relationships. Maybe you are giving more than what you're receiving, especially with the star in reverse over here, especially with that first message coming through from your guides talking about don't feel guilty about asking for more. Don't feel guilty about it because you're not getting something in return with unrequited love over here. And this is why some of you are wondering, should I stay? And you may be feeling guilty about even wondering, should you leave or abandon the relationship because you feel like you're not getting enough. But it's like maybe every time you have that conversation with them, they're like, oh, you're crazy. I do all this for you and I do all that for you. So this is really about being confident in your own decision with confidence over here as well, and align. You guys are aligned with your truth with this Queen of Swords and the Sun over here. You guys are totally aligned with it with the Fennel card. And it's just about being confident in what it is that you know and feel in your bones. Like I said with Lilith, like some of you guys are totally going through your Lilith return. Maybe your natal Lilith is in like your 7th house, or it's in Leo or something. And so maybe she's visiting there, or she could just be transiting your 7th house, that area, or she could be moving past like your Venus or something like that. But yeah, for a lot of you guys, it's like you're made to feel guilty about something that you feel in your bones is not right. And you just don't appreciate feeling punished for that, because it's exactly what Lilith ruled. The way that I describe Lilith on Patreon is like, it's kind of like, because Lilith, it marks the point of the moon's orbit where she is furthest from planet Earth. And moon's only priority is Earth. She only revolves around planet Earth, which is why she is regarded as the mother in astrology, because it's like a mom is very concerned with her kids. She prioritizes her kids, right? Unlike the sun, who's hosting all different types of planets and bodies in the solar system, the moon prioritizes one, planet Earth. And so the way that when she hits her Lilith point, she is furthest on her orbital path from planet earth. And the way that I describe that on Patreon is kind of like when a parent or when a kid like loses their parent in the grocery store, and it's just kind of like, oh snap. We're really outside now. So yeah, it's like it's the wilderness. Lilith is like, we are outside. Okay, hold on. The rumors flipped over, but I wasn't focused. So let me shuffle again for my pile 4 singles. If it's meant to come out, it will come out again. But let's see. Okay, we have here childhood love. So for my singles, some of you guys, you may be meeting somebody in your hometown. So if you're going back home in the month of April or something like that, you could be meeting somebody from your hometown. You could be getting into a romantic sort of situation with someone that you knew from your childhood. This could be somebody that you had like a crush on when you were growing up or something, and you guys maybe like meeting up or dating or something like that. Or this could be somebody that you have always envisioned yourself with from childhood, where it's like, I would love to end up with this type of person. Yeah, that could be happening for my singles. Underneath the deck here, we have proposal. So this could be a proposal happening for some of you guys in my pile 4s, where maybe your relationship takes on a stronger commitment in the month of April. Proposal could even be like, it doesn't just have to be like an engagement. It could be like your partner proposing like, hey, let's move in together, or let's move closer to each other, or maybe they're proposing like getting a dog or having a kid. We also have here coming out for my singles, illusion. What is fantasy or reality? So this could be for me with illusion. Hold on, let's see what's underneath the deck. On the fence, no decision has been made. Okay, so for my pile 4s, my pile 4 singles with illusion, I feel like this is kind of talking about, just take it if it resonates, but I feel like this is kind of just sort of talking about you guys being in such a connection or a relationship. You can't tell if it's real or not because it's so good. It could be because it's so good that it's like an illusion. Is this real? Is this like, you know how the saying goes, like, if something feels like it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, no, right? I did talk about that in your pile, where it's like, be very careful about thinking that the truth looks a certain way. Kind of like what we discussed on Patreon with that Celtic cross. This is like, love isn't real. Like, don't mistake love for being real based on how challenging and how much of a struggle it is. It might be a white picket fence story for you. Some people, they don't want to believe in that, or they just don't believe in that because maybe they've had their dreams like dashed a lot of the times. And that could be the type of energy or person that's gaslighting some of my pile 4s, where they're just like, oh, you're delusional to believe that something like this could happen for you. But it's like, no, you're not. Like, you're not delusional. You just believe that you are worthy of having the white picket fence story. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just somebody must have hurt that person in the past. Like, damn, who hurt you? Like, for real. I actually said that in that reading over on Patreon. It's just like, oh my God, some people like that. I don't know. I'm a Leo moon, so I believe that the best can happen to anybody as long as you believe in that. And my moon conjuncts Jupiter. So I truly do believe that the best can happen for anyone. It's just a matter of feeling actually worthy of it. Do you feel worthy of, good things happening for you? So be careful of that. My pile 4 singles, where it's like, if you meet somebody that's just, they check every single box, don't take that necessarily as a red flag. Don't take that as a green check either, but just be objective about it. Be neutral. Allow time to reveal whether this is an illusion or not. Okay. Because time reveals everything. Let's grab some cards here to see how your finances and career is improving in April. Okay, so we have here for you the past. Something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. You could be earning or receiving money from something that you did in the past. So kind of sounds like the star in reverse sort of energy right here. So there could be something that you guys did and then look what's underneath the deck. Comfort here. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. You are entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. So this could be, I sort of feel like the past coming out with comfort. I feel like for you, for a lot of my pile fours, whatever your dreams may have been as a child could totally be happening or coming true in the month of April. And that may be what sort of gets like your red flags firing off, where you're just like, is this really happening? Is this real? Is this not real? Can I trust this? Should I not trust this? Because it could be some sort of like childhood dreams coming to fruition in the month of April with comfort in the past right here. Comfort is sort of communicating to me that there's some sort of a familiar energy or dream or desire that you guys used to have that you could be meeting in the month of April with the past here, past comfort when it comes to your job and career and your finances. This could be like a financial standing that you guys had or achieved in the past that maybe you guys are building back up to in the month of April. There could be some sort of an old job or a career that asks for you to come back with this past card over here, a job that you guys may have been comfortable at, a financial position that you guys may have been comfortable at, could be coming back to you guys in the month of April here. And if that's the case, if there is anything coming back from the past to you guys in the month of April for my pile fours, just know that it's not a trick. It's a line, because sometimes we can look at the past too and be like, oh no, I moved on from that. It's got to be a red flag. But for some of you guys, it could be confirmation that you were totally in alignment with this aligned card over here. And it's just about being confident with where you guys are at right now, whether something reflects past energy in the month of April or not. Just being comfortable about where you are at right now is going to help you guys sort of determine if something's meant for you or not. Now let's grab a crystal. So basically the way that I'm shuffling this is like if your higher self walked into a crystal shop, what crystal would it gravitate towards? Let's see. Oh, okay. We have rhodochrosite here. And underneath that was citrine and kunzite, but I'm going to read rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite looks like this. And it says, what is it? Rosy red to chilled rose pink. Rhodochrosite is the go-to stone for the bent and broken-hearted. Who needs it? Anyone grieving or really needing to grieve a major loss, a relationship expired, or an outdated idea of self. Star in reverse. Where to put it says against your chest while you breathe through your heart, or slide a favorite piece into your bra. You know if you are wearing one. When to use it says, when your heart hurts, you can feel all the feels, even the most painful, and still be gentle with yourself. Let rhodochrosite remind you that this too shall pass, and you, especially you, absolutely will heal and love again when you are ready. Soften your heart. Again, it's that message coming through about the truth doesn't have to hurt. It's okay to be soft and it's okay to be vulnerable. But like I said, with your Queen of Swords and the Sun here, I feel like a lot of my pile fours, I don't even need to say that to you, because you guys have this well-rounded idea of like, you know how that works. And then we have here as well Moonstone coming out for you. It looks like this. And Moonstone says what it is, a shimmering protective talisman for travelers since way back. Moonstone is a dreamy white to peach-hued feldspar mineral for gazers of sky and soul. Who needs it? All you earth goddesses out there, and the people you keep around who need to work on their empathy, patience, and intuition. This is that gaslighter. Some of you guys, you straight up got an op that y'all are dealing with them left, right, front, and center in April. You're lighting their ass up, period. But it says where to put it on your bedside table, in your overnight bag with your passport and eye mask. How fabulous. It says when to use it under a new moon. Use it to set intentions that align with your purest, life-affirming, inner child nurturing calling. Under a full moon, Moonstone belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down. Find your natural rhythm. And again, I just saw 3333 on my camera clock. So for some of you guys, watch out for threes, repeating threes, or just repeating numbers in general. But it could be repeating threes. And let's get one final card here, one final message from a Netzaru for your month of April. What is improving? Okay. Oh, look at that. We've got Sekhmet. And guess what? Sekhmet has a lot to do with the sun. She is sun energy. And it says here, change and healing. And then underneath the deck here, we have the Sphinx, silent wisdom. Like I said, you guys are very wise with your Queen of Swords and your Sun card over here. But I'm going to read Sekhmet out of the book, change and healing. And Sekhmet here says that the fire goddess is a daughter of Ra, the sun god, and as the Eye of Ra, she followed directions from him to take terrible revenge on humans for not respecting his authority as he aged. Yeah, some of you guys are like Lilith dominated, but it says Ra then had to stop her to save humanity, and overnight, with the assistance of Tahuti, she became a powerful healing goddess instead. All the priests of Sekhmet were powerful spiritual healers, and many black granite statues of Sekhmet assisted them in their work. And it says, channeled message from Sekhmet, I come to you as I stand in my chaplet Karnak temple. My energy resides in my many statues throughout the ceremony of intention called opening the mouth. So you know I still exist. Many changes are coming to you, and some will be wonderful and some will be hard, but all will bring positive spiritual growth. Invoke me and call for me and see me as in my image standing behind you, and you will always be spiritually protected. Keep me as your ally when you need more personal power, and do not be scared of me or your own powers. Like I said, with the star in reverse, or like your guides were saying, don't feel bad or ashamed, or like you are too audacious to want more and to embrace more and to ask for more. The card meanings here says, when it comes to abundance, all you require will come to you at the right time. When it comes to love, it says, take care with relationships that do not nourish you, and if you ask me, I will move those persons gently away from you. Oh, this has everything to do with unrequited love and should I stay over here, as well as too with illusion and on the fence. And then it says, work and career, many changes coming, might not feel comfortable at first. And then we have the card of comfort coming out for your career and finances. This is crazy. It says it might not feel comfortable at first, but your spiritual transformation is initiating these for you, and all will be well in time. Travel here says Sekhmet is calling you back to her in Egypt, or to study Egyptian healing. When it comes to health, it says dramatic changes, sudden healing, or time to move upwards to the spiritual realms, which might be why we have the card here, home help, that came out for you. When it comes to family, it says some family might not like your new sense of personal power. You guys, I'm not making this up. Family. Some family might not like your new sense of personal power, but relative peace will come soon. This is that gaslighting energy over here that's like, who do you think you are? You're, the audacity of you. And then when it comes to future here, it says changes and challenges that accompany them. You can best quickly overcome the challenges with spiritual processes and energy healing. Yeah. Don't worry about any op type of behavior. Y'all are good. Y'all are fine. Y'all are safe and protected, especially with this Queen of Swords, Sekhmet, coming out for you. This is Sekhmet talking about, I got you. This is all that spiritual protection that I picked up with your Queen of Swords energy over here, that spiritual armor that's improving for you guys in the month of April, especially with the sun over here too. And Sekhmet, yeah, you guys have a lot of change and energy healing coming to you in the month of April. So even like improvements in terms of your energy healing, and even improvements when it comes to changes in your life. So this could be talking about the ability to adapt to changes more easily. So improvements when it comes to adaptability in the month of April as well. So pile 4. Yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys.